Thabo Mbeki was born on 18th June 1942 in Mbewuleni, a small village in the former homeland of Transkei, now part of the Eastern Cape. He was the second of 4 siblings, with one sister, Linda, and 2 brothers, Moeletsi and Jama. His parents, Epinet and Govan Mbeki, were both deeply involved in political activism. Govan was a senior activist in the African National Congress, ANC, and the South African Communist Party, SACP, and Epinet was one of the first black women to join the SACP. Mbeki attended the Lovedale Institute, a prominent mission school, where he became active in the ANC Youth League. After being expelled for participating in a student boycott, he completed his education independently. In 1960, Mbeki moved to Johannesburg, where he lived with ANC Secretary-General Duma Nokwe and continued his political activism, eventually joining the SACP. Following the Sharpeville massacre and the subsequent banning of the ANC, Mbeki left South Africa in 1962. He settled first in Tanzania and then in England, where he attended the University of Sussex. During his time in exile, he rose through the ranks of the ANC, becoming an important figure in its information and publicity section and serving as Oliver Tambo's protégé. Mbeki also acted as the ANC's representative in various African countries, playing a key role in diplomatic engagements to end apartheid. After the unbanning of the ANC in 1990, Mbeki returned to South Africa and quickly rose within the party. He was appointed Deputy President of South Africa in 1994 under Nelson Mandela. By 1997, it was clear that Mbeki was Mandela's chosen successor, and he was elected unopposed as ANC president.
And say, so help me God.
So help me God.
Mr. President, would you be seated to sign the oath of office?
Mbeki became the president of South Africa on 14th of June 1999 and served until his resignation on 24 September 2008.
Accordingly, I would like to take this opportunity to inform the nation that today I handed a letter to the Speaker of the National Assembly, the Honorable Baleka Mbete, to tender my resignation from the high position of President of the Republic of South Africa, effective from the day that will be determined by the National Assembly.
During his presidency, Mbeki was known for his conservative, market-friendly economic policies, which led to moderate economic growth, but also criticism for not adequately addressing developmental and redistributive goals. He was also a strong advocate for Pan-Africanism and played a significant role in international diplomacy, including the establishment of the African Union and the New Partnership for Africa's Development. Mbeki's tenure was marked by several controversies. Notably, his government's response to the HIV/AIDS epidemic was widely criticized.
Does HIV cause AIDS? The question is, does a virus cause a syndrome? How does a virus cause a syndrome? It can't.
The delay in implementing a national mother-to-child transmission prevention program and making antiretroviral therapy available resulted in numerous preventable deaths, leading to accusations of AIDS denialism against Mbeki and his health minister, Manto Shabalala Msimang.
We know what happened is wrong. There's no question about it. It should not have happened, and we cannot defend it.
But now it seems Mbeki is trying to defend his government's stance on HIV. He's denied saying that HIV does not cause AIDS, claiming he only said a virus cannot cause a syndrome.
Mbeki was also embroiled in the political rivalry with Jacob Zuma, which culminated in Mbeki's removal from the presidency in 2008. Additionally, there were allegations, though unproven, of Mbeki's involvement in the 1999 arms deal corruption scandal. His stance on crime and his handling of the situation in Zimbabwe, particularly his policy of quiet diplomacy towards Robert Mugabe's regime, also attracted significant criticism. Throughout his political career, Mbeki maintained a strong focus on multilateralism and sought to position South Africa as a key player in both African and global politics. Despite the controversies, his contributions to the end of apartheid and his efforts in promoting African unity remain significant aspects of his legacy.